as Armistice Day to remind Americans of the tragedies of war. A 1938 law made the day a federal holiday. In 1954, Congress changed the holiday's name to Veterans Day to honor all United States veterans. There are 5 major branches of American Armed Forces: Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and the Coast Guard. Please stand when your branch of the service is recognized. The Navy. The Navy is a branch of the Armed Forces of the United States that acts to maintain command of the sea. In time of peace, the Navy often serves as an instrument of international relations. The very presence of naval vessels may be helpful in keeping a crisis from flaring into war. Naval ships also speed on errands of mercy, such as carrying food and medical supplies to disaster areas. Merchant ships and passenger ships often call on the Navy for aid in emergencies.
The Army. The Army is the branch of the armed services responsible for military land operations. The Army must be prepared to use swift, forceful action to overcome any enemy that might threaten the United States or its interests in other parts of the world. It also helps train the military forces of many friendly countries and supplies them with equipment.
You may now be seated. The Air Force. The Air Force is a branch of armed forces responsible for most military operations in the air and in space. Air Force reconnaissance satellites and aircraft constantly scan the Earth for signs of hostile activity. To discourage attacks on the United States or its allies, the Air Force maintains the power to strike back immediately when a conventional or nuclear weapon. The Air Force is also supported around ground troops in battle and protects them from air attacks. Air Force transport planes delivers troops and supplies. The Marines. The Marines are soldiers who serve at sea in special missions on land and in the air. Marines also serve in amphibious operations, seaborne operations that involve naval, air, and land forces. Marines receive specialized training for the tasks they are expected to perform. Nearly all of the major maritime nations maintain Marine forces or some type of naval infantry. Coast Guard. The Coast Guard is a branch of the Armed Services. It also serves as the chief agency for protecting life and property at sea and enforcing United States maritime laws. The Coast Guard fights smuggling, protects ships and ports, and rescues victims of sea disasters. In peacetime, it operates as a branch of the Department of Homeland Security. In a time of war, it becomes the active part of the United States Navy. The Coast Guard has many duties, give special meaning to its motto, Semper Paratus, which means always ready. Other branches of the military are the National Guard and the Reserves.